Hello, and welcome to the third and final round of this week's Custom Night Magic. I'm Kayiu, and I'm going to be playing a Big Red. So far, in the previous two rounds, not done super well. I've gone 2-1 so far. Sorry, I've gone 2-0-2 in sets, and then 1-4 in games. Um, so I think that like the deck is pretty bad and is like not well tuned, but it can do some explosive things if allowed to go off. So the main linchpin is Amelie Main, who is a 4 mana planeswalker who has a -3, which adds 6 red. So you can often just play her, dig for a threat, and immediately play out like a ridiculous threat. And then your deck has ways of interacting on axes with other archetypes in the format. Um, this seems like a reasonably keepable hand, so I'm gonna I'm gonna keep 6 right here, and then I think bottom the monument is how I'm feeling. And then let's see, main one, drop a Relora, then pass. I think Mena has been really underperforming for me. Like I put her in as like a card advantage engine, but she dies to a stiff breeze. Um, and like just I don't think she's where I want to be at with this deck, especially at like I think the 3 mana slots should be fairly resilient. Um, just because like I need them to hold out the early game for me, and like using her as like a removal spell isn't awful, but like it kind of is. So as far as I know, Dravos is on his green blue Scion list. It's like a rampy deck, which kind of just goes over the top of whatever anyone else is doing with uh, Avatar of Plume Duval, um, and Scion of Flourishing, stuff like that. And turn 1 ramp, definitely not what I want to see. Um, Amelie Main, though, is something I very much want to see. So let's just crack this Wayfarer Shrine. Gonna grab a Snow Mountain just for the flare. Whoops. And then go to end. But yeah, as soon as I hit a third land, a fourth land, I'll be able to kind of just Amelie Main into Hade, and that can be reasonably explosive. Riley also could potentially turn off some of Dravos' lands. Unfortunately, did have the basic turn 1, but so I think like turn 3 is kind of the critical turn, because if he drops like an Avatar of Plume Duval, then I would definitely that's when I start getting worried. Oh no, more basics. Hold up, this is not what I signed up for. You get a tap for an Intrepid. This is another annoying thing. Intrepid makes it so that I can't really run out mana, and like if my opponent is on the play, they will always have the Intrepid like before me. What I mean, I'm not saying like they're always gonna have it like some superstitious thing. I mean that like, um, they will always get to play it and have it available to attack mana like on curve. So and like mana needs to like survive around to actually do anything. So yeah, I think I might just, if I don't have anything better to do off the draw, just mana and kill the Keen's Devoted, and I think I'm kind of okay with that. I was fetching up an Anzen. Interesting. Got to get that blue fixing. Okay, so what is that? Oh, Witch Queens. Again, I have gotten mana screwed very often with this deck. I'm really hoping that's not going to be um, a pattern. So I'm just going to mana, shoot the Keen's Devoted. Okay. And I'm still going to eat a bunch from this Intrepid, but fingers crossed. Actually, I just realized I'm dumb. Dravos doesn't have Intrepid online because I was on the play. Wow, I actually cannot believe I made that mistake. That is maybe the dumbest thing I've ever done. In my defense, I've been playing Magic for far too long, and today I mean. So I probably should have just kept mana plus one her, and then uh Dravos is trying to attack, does not have Wanderlust, so I'm cool. Okay, no other plays. That bodes well. Now please give me a land deck. That is not a land, but I'll take being able to play Noble's Hedonism, and hopefully, since this is giving me an extra draw, it can draw me into a land for next turn. Also notably, Noble's Hedonism turns on Relora stuff, so that's good. Okay, Dravos hits a land, which means that if he didn't already, this Intrepid is going to be swinging in for sure. Okay, so he's going to swing in for 4 with Intrepid. I will take that. Also put a counter on Relora. Oh, it doesn't have anything else. That is actually interesting. So let's see what I get off the exile. A mountain is actually fine. I'm fine with that here. Unceasing Flames I'm less fine with. So let's tap 4. Amelie main coming out. Let's -3 her. Go up to 6. I think I can discard Unceasing Flames and Riley fairly safely, and then try to draw into something that actually deals with this Intrepid. No? I could chain Amelie's. That is a funny thing to do, so let's do that. So pay 4. This Amelie dies. You know what they say? God save the queen, but also haha screw the old queen, or whatever the saying is. So then I think I still want to discard 2. I'm trying to think of which is the other one that I want to discard. I think discarding Hade sounds fine here. So then let's draw a card. Champion of Scales and Witch Queens. Okay, so I guess I'll just play Champion of Scales. That'll have Wanderlust. And then let's pay 6 Witch Queens. If I -3 them, it does die to Intrepid, but it puts Dravos off for a turn, so it might be worth it. Because I don't really have like answers to more of Dravos' stuff. So I think gonna pay 3, and then I'm going to grab I think let's grab the Onsen. No, the Onsen's effective anyways. Let's grab a Forest, and then start of combat. Let's make a dragon, swing in for 4, and then that's my turn. Pretty explosive, all things considered, but unfortunately, still don't really have a good answer to that Intrepid, and it's gonna keep putting pressure on me. The second Champion of Scales next turn, though, and if whatever I hit off Noble's Hedonism, so I have like some options. And if Dravos doesn't point Intrepid at Witch Queens, then god, I am so just stealing another land and just essentially ending the game on the spot. Okay, he gets a Scion of Flourishing. Does not have the mana to play that this turn, so totally cool. I think the best thing that Dravos could play this turn is Avatar of Plumedeval, which is annoying, but I don't think I care over much about it. So it looks like Dravos is thinking here. Probably about what to hit with Intrepid. I don't think that he has anything he can play, frankly. And Champion of Scales can just... Like, I played another Champion of Scales, and that's a 2-turn clock right there for Dravos, and I don't think that he has any answers to that. Like, Scion of Torrents, maybe? That could definitely be annoying, but I think I can still eke my way back into the game after one of those. Okay, he's gonna Intrepid. Who are you killing? And why is it the Witch Queens? Yep, has to be Witch Queens. Okay, then he's gonna crack the basic. Or crack the Wayfarer's Shrine for a basic. Do you have a 4-drop? No, but seems to have a 3-drop. Sang-Jin? No, another Intrepid. I mean, I guess it's worth it if Dravos doesn't have another land. Or if Dravos needs to fetch up a utility land. Also allows Dravos to swing in and block one of my champion tokens. Okay, yeah, he's getting a Monument of Queens, which could be annoying, but I think definitely wish I grabbed that last turn, is I guess my overall feeling on that. So, give me some good hits. Wayfarer's Shrine is not a good hit. Sunwash Spires is also an awful hit. This is not super great right now. Do I have any other methods of card filtration? Not at the moment, because I can't -3. Let's see. So I think I'll play the Wayfarer's... No, actually. I'll leave that in exile. Play Sunwash Spires, crack it. Let's grab a Rousing Rubble, and then pay 2, another Champion of Scales, plus the Amelie main. So let's make 2 dragons and swing in with them. Okay, and then I'm gonna pump the unblocked for 3. Okay, so now I'm in a pretty safe position, I think. Monument can block 1 of the Champion of Scales, but it can't block 2. Okay, Mirror Image. Yeah, I can't copy my Champion of Scales. That definitely is not great for Dravos. It was going to tap 5. Scion of Torrents, which is not going to really do much. Yeah, Scion of Torrents, which is not really going to do much. They can put a champion on top. Oh, it has flying itself. That's actually annoying. And if Dravos has another island, yeah, that's when things start getting annoying. Oh, so it's going to Tropical Groove. And then because of Anzen, that counts as another. Oh, this is very annoying. I think I still win. Yeah, I still win. Oh, wait, do I? No, yeah, I think I still win right here. Because can top something which will get hit off Noble's Hedonism. Then I naturally draw a champion. Then I turn on a Rousing Rubble. And then I can swing in with both. And then I just win. Oh, putting Noble's Hedonism on top definitely changes that. That makes this much harder. Yeah. Okay, so let's just draw Noble's Hedonism. No, you're not okay, Dravos, because I'm going to -3 Amelie, add 6, discard Noble's Hedonism, draw a card, pay 2, Champion of Scales, pay 4, Rousing Rubble, start of combat, let's make it dragon, and then swing in with both, and that's lethal. So, managed to top 3 permanents, but it just wasn't enough. Yeah, and if Dravos had gotten to do that a turn earlier, that would have been insane, which is why Witch Queens really saved me there. Oh, okay, it looks like Dravos is actually going to have to go, so I will take it 1-0, which, sure. Definitely not how I would have wanted to win that, but sometimes you take those. But yeah, I think, so stuff that works with Big Red, because let's just do a little post-CNM. I never drew Intrepids. I think they're probably very good in this deck. I wish I'd drawn them. Possibility Engine, I would probably cut copies of it, but I do need some early game plays, and they're not awful. Riley is actually way worse than I thought she was. I think that I would prefer to just take her out for something else. Scion of Calamities I never drew, wish I did. Performer of Desire obviously slaps. Nova Heart Guardian, I think is another decent 5-drop, but I don't know where I land on it. Cower might actually hurt me more than it hurts an opponent, but being hasty is important. Howtie gives card advantage. Champion of Scales obviously slaps, as we saw there. Noble's Hedonism is one of my best card advantage engines. Amelie Main is just the linchpin of the deck. I think Mena Almajit of the Planeswalkers is the one which really didn't land for me. Mena was frankly awful every time that I played her. So I think I still don't know what the numbers would look like because I'm bad at deck building, but I think that the one thing that I do know is that Mena's coming out, a Possibility Engine or 2 or 3 is coming out, and then we'll see where it goes from there. But yeah, until next time, this is Kayiu signing off.